I'm Marshall Pitts.
Module Pitts.
I'm Myron Pitts.
And we are
MP3.
Welcome to the MP3 show with Marshall, Module, and Myron, three brothers. We're here to give you opinions on politics, sports, and entertainment. So let's get started. Myron, where are we today?
Oh, we got a good topic today. We always have good topics.
If you must say so yourself.
Yeah, we collaborate on them, but I'm usually the decider, wouldn't you say that is, on the topics?
That's
okay.
probably true.
All right, so...
You and I have a different definition of what the word collaboration is.
Okay. All right, so we're going to talk about, it's a photo that a lot of us have seen, really the whole country has seen. A young woman was on the Metro in D.C., which is their subway, and surrounded by a white supremacist group, the Patriot Front. They're all masked up, during this photo, which is what they do. You can't really see that. Can't really make out their features. Got hats on, faces covered. But the photo is so striking, guys, because you see this one woman, sister, black woman, 33 years old. They've since have found out a little information about her, surrounded on all sides of this subway train by this group. And why she lives in the DC area, so that's why she was there. Right. Why they were there was to do a protest. And it was on July 4th. It was on the 250th anniversary of the country's founding, where some people got freedom. July 4th, they were there for a rally. And reports state there were about 400 of them who came up to participate in this rally.
Right.
And Marcia, you compared them to the Klan, and that's the exact comparison that fits, because that's the kind of folks they are.
They were
and
not
she was
just
there.
there for the rally, too. They were there to inspire terror.
That's right.
In people. That's the only reason why. And then they don't want anyone to know who they were.
Right.
Because you've got not only the mask, you've got hats on, and then you got shades.
That's right, shades too.
You got shades on, and they're all on this train, standing around this one
woman by herself,
intimidating
all around her. I mean,
yeah.
it's a striking visual.
It is.
And the irony of it is, as Myron said, it's on the 250th anniversary of celebrating the country's freedom, quote unquote. Mm-hmm. But some of the vestiges of racism and oppression,
which is what they want,
still remain steadfast and strong in the country.
Right.
So you have guys that have a mask on that covers their nose and mouth, and they've got shades on, then they've got a hat on. So there's no way to.
You never gone out like that for the most in public like that.
Oh no, not.
What about when it's really cold?
Not as a black man. You never want to cover everything up, because that's going to be an issue.
Yeah,
that's going. You go into stores, you see around here in North Carolina, you see people that stores that say no mask and no those type of things. I don't care how cold it is.
Yeah, we get followed in the stores without a mask.
Yeah. Right. I'm not.
So imagine with a mask.
I'm not going to be in. You can start off that way, but if you go into a store with all that covered up, or one of those full ski masks over your head, someone's going to call the police. Mm-hmm. And you're going to be harassed.
More than one person.
More than one person is going to call the police. I might be the one calling the police. I don't know. But the one thing I do not want to see is somebody with a mask. I don't care what color they are. I don't want to see nobody that I can't see their features.
It's a little unnerving.
I can't see their face.
Yeah.
I can't see what their intentions are. A lot of times you can tell the person's intentions are by their eyes.
Right.
Yeah.
And so you can't even see their eyes.
And that's what distinguishes between when, people wear masks for like COVID or just for others. Some people allergies or something. You can still see their eyes. It just covers what it needs to cover from a health perspective. Right. And that's not what we're talking about here. And when these guys were marching in the city later on after this train ride, a lot of them were carrying the American flag. Well, a fair number of them were carrying what flag? Confederate flag, of course, right. So one of those things that explodes this myth that we've heard around here in the South that it's not about heritage. It's not about hate, it's about heritage. But yet these hate groups seem to like that symbol a lot because they know what it symbolizes. So what struck a lot of people about this photo, a couple things, fellas. One, it struck a lot of people is like almost a classic photo from the civil rights movement.
Yes, it does.
Here goes this black woman. In
2026.
In 2026. That's one thing that struck people. But the other thing is the expression of the young lady. Her name is Bernita Bolding, 33-year-old mom of 2.
Very stoic.
But it looks very stoic, and it almost looks like someone told me it looks like
brother.
she's kind of annoyed.
Explain to your brother stoic.
Yeah,
Stoic. You gonna stoic.
kind of neutral.
No expression.
Right, no expression. But it almost looks
to the
like
listening audience abroad.
it almost looks like she's kind of, what are these guys doing? You know, that's kind of her expression. And so it has a look of defiance in some respects. And I think a lot of people, it's been shared all over social media and TV news and whatnot, because I think it just says so lot about where we are and how far we still have to go in
And I wonder,
2026.
when I saw that picture, when you shared that with us, Myron, Marsha, I wonder what my expression would have been like. It probably
That was you sitting there?
probably would have been an expression of terror.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because there's no way in the world that you can't have certain fear. And it doesn't matter even if it was all black people that had gotten on there wearing the same thing.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But the fact that you know this white nationalist group and you know from what they're wearing that they do not care for black people.
Right.
And so that would be, and so it would be hard. When we talked about what would you do, maybe she was boxed in. There's probably nothing she could have done to get off that train at that time. Because
she's completely surrounded.
There's no, you said there were 400, but I don't know how many people were on that train. There was probably several hundred of them on that train.
That's right.
So you can't go anywhere. You can't do anything but sit there. But her expression did remain, in my mind, I didn't look at it as much as being stoic as being determined. That, she was not going to be flustered by what was going on around her.
Trying to leave, I think, would have a more negative impact, because it's been proven through research when on police chases or whatever kind of chase it is, once you have the victim trying to leave or flee, that creates a frenzy among the pursuers. And so
I wonder, was anything said?
That I don't.
It seemed like
I want to. Yeah, so that's a good question. We don't know if anything was said, but from accounts that have emerged, I don't know if there was a reporter who actually was following around the Patriot Front.
Right.
So that's how we got this photo. The person worked for Reuters, which is an international news agency. So I believe it comes from his account, but I'm not sure. But it sounds like they didn't really bother her. So does that change anything we talked about here?
They didn't really bother her. Yeah, well, that's surprising, first and foremost, because I think that maybe not directly to her face, but you would think there'd be some snide remarks like, why is this sitting here on the train in the way or whatever.
And if you look at the photo, no one's really looking at her. If you've seen a metro train or your subway, there's straps that people could hold on to.
Right.
And so a lot of the guys are holding on to those. They're standing in the middle of the aisle. They're faced away from her. Then there are a couple of guys, as Maj, I believe you pointed out, she is surrounded. A couple of guys in the seat in front of her, they're looking more toward the camera. So no one's really looking at her. But we also got to remember that they know there's a photographer and a reporter following them around.
Going with So I'm wondering, and of course we wouldn't have the picture if there was no camera or photographer following them around. But I'm
think that may have kept them honest?
Oh yeah. They don't. I mean, even to guys like these guys, they don't want to be seen as harassing one person.
Right.
Now, if it
and a woman at that,
and a woman at that,
it makes them look less manly to be that was a female as well.
You mean less manly than being suited up in
even less
with mask on?
You
glasses.
You can still go down further. You can still go down.
You can. That's true.
You're trying to hide your face from something that you're doing. To me, that's less manly right there. I mean, if you believe in this organization, I'm assuming they do.
Yeah,
they went to D.C. and all those type of things. But if you believe in this organization and you're not ashamed of what you're doing, the same way I said about the Klan, you believe in and you're not doing anything wrong. What is the purpose of the mask? What is the purpose of the glasses and the hat? Intimidation is one, but also these people are your pharmacists.
Yeah,
they're your doctors.
Yeah,
they're your lawyers. They're state workers. They're other reporters. They're regular people in your society that live, and they don't want people to know
who they
that they subscribe to this idiocy.
Right, and
And we want to thank them for. I mean, we're thankful that nothing more happened at
That's
this
true.
particular scene.
No doubt.
That's
and
true.
that this young lady was not harmed in any way.
Yeah.
But again, it's just a spitting image of how far we still have to go. Mm-hmm. And we gotta wrap this section up.
Well, how far do we have to go?
Well, we'll talk about that another time. So. But we'll
At a
get
future-
there. We'll get there.
future time.
We'll
at
get
a
there.
future date.
I'm Marshall Pitts,
Module pitch.
I'm Myron Pitts.
and we are
MP3